The Treehouse of Walworth County is dedicated to reducing trauma and promoting healing for child victims of physical abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. Through an innovative collaborative process between the private and public sectors, key professionals come together on behalf of the best interests of victims.
It was about 29 years ago when a group of professionals and community citizens got together and really looked at how we were handling cases of child abuse. And it was their ultimate goal to always have a standalone facility like the Treehouse, so we could wrap around children and families that come to the center and treat them with the utmost respect.
The Treehouse opened its doors on April 12, 2013. The center provides an environment that is comfortable and supportive for children and their families.
It's not just another house. It's not just another building on an acre. It's not just another building with 4 walls and a ceiling. It's a home.
Everything is child-centered, and the building was designed to look more like a home than an office building in order to create a sense of safety and security for children and their families.
Nobody's built this before. I mean, we just came together and said, how do we want it to look and how do we want it to feel? And I walked through this door 4 years later and I still feel like it's the first time I've walked through. I'm just so proud of what this community's done.
When they built this building, it was built in a mindset of having a place where children can go and feel comfortable, safe, feel that they're doing the right thing, and be able to go ahead and talk.
I remember some of the children that would be walking in the hallways at our office to a soft room that we created for interviews, but at the same time, they have to come into our building and they have to walk past a lot of uniforms and other things that are going on. And all of that builds into that trauma that is occurring for them. And the Treehouse uniquely, I think, reduces that. It captures the information that we need for investigations, treatment, resources available, while limiting that impact.
It makes a huge difference for the child and really focusing on keeping that re-traumatization down to the very minimum and then helping that child move on to start healing.
We also wanted the Treehouse to be a place where the professionals who deal with child abuse day in and day out had a place where they continue to grow professionally, learn from each other, and come together as a united team as we battle through the difficulties that our community has.
It is amazing how many professionals all come together to meet and help kids at the Child Advocacy Center. Law enforcement officers, mental health professionals, medical care providers, crime victim advocates, the Department of Human Services, Corporation Counsel, and the District Attorney's Office, all these different groups of people working together to help keep children and their families safe.
The Treehouse provides these professionals a home base where they can come together to coordinate child abuse investigations and interventions, and provide medical and therapy services.
We provide an important piece in helping investigators, that can be Child Protective Services or law enforcement, know what the medical findings are, and that's a part of the evidence of a case. But we also teach the courtroom, the jury, the judge, the attorneys about the medical findings. And so as a case gets litigated, either for safety or for criminal charges, to hold perpetrators accountable, the medical provides a really key piece of that puzzle.
The environment is very healing, not only for the children and the families, but for those of us that do this kind of work. I love the team approach that the Child Advocacy Center has, and everybody works together to help these families.
The Treehouse helps stand me up, and in turn I help my children stand up.
The Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, Walworth County Child Advocacy Center, located within the Treehouse, uses a child-centered approach that helps children and families heal, and is nationally proven to be the best and most effective way to investigate child abuse, resulting in faster charges against perpetrators and increased prosecutions.
I think inside the courtroom, It helps a lot because we have a reliable statement from a child taken by professional people who are trained in taking those statements, and it's recorded and easier to admit in court by us, hopefully to minimize the amount of testimony a child has to do on the stand. So there's certainly benefits in the courtroom.
We have a lot of children that are no different than my children. The only difference is who they are born to and the situations that they're born into. And someone has to go ahead and fight for them.
Before I came to the treehouse, I was an angry kid. I didn't trust anybody, and that's where it had changed when I came into the treehouse, and I had realized that, you know what? There are people out there who care and who will fight for you and with you, and they will not stop until the battle is done.
Underpinning the work of the Treehouse is the belief that the cycle of child abuse can be broken, and the knowledge that child abuse and neglect is preventable.
Child abuse has changed since I started in social work. I find that the cases are becoming more intense, and that we are struck every day with something new in the area of how children are being abused or neglected.
Every child should have a life free of violence, neglect, and abuse. They should have a happy life. And that's our mission. We go out and we talk about child abuse prevention and education into the communities, into the schools.
Through the treehouse, I can honestly say I have not only become a better grandson, better son, a better sibling, a better co-worker at a workplace. I found as if I could stand back up on my own 2 feet and actually live for once.
It's just really a child's first approach to helping my kids get through what they need to process to become the best person that they can be.
Walworth County has wrapped their arms around the Treehouse and has helped us in every aspect be able to do different things and to be the state-of-the-art child advocacy center in the United States.
We have 2 different groups here. We're the Treehouse, so we're the not-for-profit group that built the Treehouse. So we own the property, the land, and we built the house, and then we actually rent it to Children's to operate the Child Advocacy Center out of. We have a lot of other people that are just volunteers that want to help with just certain events or with fundraising or things like that.
The community is helping us each day, not only with the supplies and financial support, but it also helps us in ways that we're able to think different. We're able to do different things for the families of Walworth County because of everyone's support.
We put out a wish list and somebody brings us a case of water because that's what they can afford versus a corporation writing us a check for $10,000. We have probably about 5,000 hours a year that are donated.
When I came here, it just hit me. It hit my heart. And so therefore, I knew that this was a contribution that I could make to the children that come through here every day.
I'm so proud to be part of something that can change the course and the lives of the children who walk through our doors. And if you have it in your heart, we would be so grateful for any type of support that you're willing to give.